Seconds out to start this third and what would be the final round. We don't know contractually if this fight would go to an overtime should it end in a draw. Referee Tim Mills in the center of the action in the cage of combat right here at Warriors Collide 2. They touch gloves. We are off.
And they're still both looking pretty good for the pace that they've showed. And Bailey, I've said it before, he knows where he wants this fight. It's worked well for him so far. Miranda throwing some strikes, referee warning him not to hit to the spine. The ribs are a target, but he's not allowed to hit to the spine. Bailey in a little bit of a precarious position here, but once he pops that head out, he's going to be able to have some of the control he showed earlier.
All of a sudden, Gabe Miranda looks like he's possessed. Looked like Shamar Bailey was a bit tired there to open, and now Gabe Miranda is where he's been much of this fight, JR, on his back looking up.
Well, they call it the championship round for a reason, Steve. It's because you got to come out and give it your all. Both these guys have shown a really good pace so far. It looks like we're going to see more of the same in round number 3. Miranda, you would have to think, behind on the judges' scorecard so far. It's been a good fight, but we've seen Bailey controlling the action.
No slouch when you get to the championship minutes or rounds, and in this case, if it goes the distance, each fighter would have put in 15 minutes worth of work in this bout, and not an easy thing to do, JR, considering both of them came from altitudes that they are not in fact used to.
Yeah, both of them doing a good job fighting at altitude here. About to have a little bit of a wardrobe malfunction on Bailey here. Referee Tim Mills going to step in, let him bring the shorts up a little bit higher.
That puts a whole new meaning into strap one on, and now they are back restarted right here in this third and final round, JR, and now it looks like Shamar Bailey has been rejuvenated a bit. Maybe the strap on that jock was causing a little tension there, but strikes now as we move, and they work.
Miranda doing a really nice job of spinning himself off the cage. He could have had his head pinned up there. Really destroys a fighter's mobility. Bailey wanted him up against the cage. Miranda knew it, was wise to it, spun off, but he's still not able to take much control of the action here. Bailey's got this fight where he wants it, and he's content to keep it there. He's going to keep up a decent pace, keep peppering away with those strikes. He doesn't have any need to try to get this fight up on the ground.
JR, what's been impressive about Gabe Miranda, he has tried methodically and vehemently all evening to get out of harm's way and submission attempts by Shamar Bailey. And now he tries to push off the fence, and he has continued to try to defend himself, albeit unsuccessful in any submission attempt.
Well, you're right. Miranda really hasn't taken much damage in this fight. He keeps firing off strikes from the bottom. But Bailey able to keep this fight where he wants. The judges look at that. They call it ring control. And the person that has that, it counts for quite a bit. Probably about a third of the scoring in total.
And the perception would be who is controlling the fight, and it would have to be Shamar Bailey at this point. Both fight teams, JR, should be proud. Both can display good quality fighting in mixed martial arts. As Tim Mills stops the action here, will he stand them up? And look at that, Gabe Miranda listening intently to Brandon Shuey, his corner person.
Sitting in there taking nearly 15 minutes of being controlled and still having the wherewithal to listen to what people are telling you to do shows just what kind of a fighter Gabe Miranda is. He's in this until the very end, no doubt about that. But it's Bailey that's definitely controlling where the action takes place. Miranda knows this is his shot. He knows he's got to unload something. Oh, his knees were down. Referee Tim Mills going to take a look at this.
That was a knee to a grounded fighter. Both knees were on the ground by Shamar Bailey, and he took one of the more vicious knees to the head that I have ever seen. And you hate to see a fight end up like that, but in the case of the fighter, safety is paramount here, and I have to wonder, J.R. Gordon, what happens from here?
Well, the way this rule works, Steve, is anything other than the soles of the fighter's feet touching the ground means that the fighter is not allowed to take a knee to the face. As soon as that fighter is down or grounded, you're not allowed to throw a knee to the head. As you pointed out, Bailey had both knees on the ground. Miranda threw the knee coming in, a bit of a reactionary thing. I don't think there was any intent for a foul there, but referee Tim Mills, it looks to me, has just waved the fight off.